the case of India and the Philippines, they are, in a way, most vulnerable, not just because they're importing a lot of commodities, but also they are not deep in the supply chains like Japan, Taiwan, and Korea. In a way, they import commodities, but also they are processing commodity and then export them. In a way, they can pass through the higher commodity price. In the case of Philippines and India, looks like they cannot do as much as some of the highly integrated supply chain economies, which means that they will have a combination of higher prices domestically, yes, because they are essentially importing higher prices, and at the same time, to the extent that this comes from supply shocks, yes, growth would be with them.
How much downside risk is there then to the growth forecasts for these two respective countries, Goohoon?
We had a higher number for growth before the conflict between Russia and Ukraine and all the war in Ukraine, but we have downgraded recently about 100 basis points, given what's happening in terms of trade. And we also have increased our current account deficit for India.
That's interesting, and it ties in with my next question on where this all leaves the fiscal position and the deficit if public spending inevitably will have to increase in order to cushion or offset the blow to the consumer from higher inflation.
Yes, that's a good question. There are many ways to absorb these external shocks, especially in the case of India. The fiscal situation is not as strong as many other countries in the region. So in our view, the absorbers of the external shock could be exchange rate and with a little bit of government support.